I must remind you.
Not now, Vasco. This is science.
Funny how Aquila City reminds me of Neon, with the wealth planted in the middle and the poor at the periphery.
Sorry. Baseball's always
Oh, just one white here.
Sam has told me so many stories about Aquila City. I feel as though I've lived here all my life.
Even after all this, the worst thing is, I could really see loving it here. We just need the chance. Moving out here cost a lot. Now we're barely getting by. It's impossible to save up anything, so Liv can have a future. Truth is, I was a fool to think anything would change. Now Simone and I barely talk, and Liv? That's even worse. You know what the worst thing for a parent is? To look into your child's eyes and see pity. That's how you know you've hit rock bottom. We've been given as much charity as I can stomach. Without the Low House, I mean, there's something, but it's a hell of a thing to ask. As dark as things are, there are so many good people out there. Simone, my wife, has got a cousin, Milena Axelrod. Truthfully, I never much cared for Milena. But she runs freight, and I know her routes sometimes take her this way. Milena's family. Might be she'd do something for her kin. I'm looking for a job, and I'll do anything. Well, anything legal. Milena's United Colonies, like us, and I know she's got problems of her own with Aquila City. You are an answer to our prayers. Milena called Simone yesterday. I'm pretty sure she's still in the system. Just giving me any hope. It's a lot.
That isn't the same as the real thing.
doesn't get the juices flowing, you're doing it wrong. It's supposed to be safe around here, but Cheyenne has always been just a giant bastard to me. Unless you're a native. In which case, oh my god, I love what you've done with the place. Ha! I knew it! I knew it! Simone should have told me. Her and Marco are so damned proud. I'd love to help them out. Might be I've got a checkered history with the fine city of Aquila. If you clear up any lingering hard feelings, then I could resume doing business there. I'd set up Stick-Up-His-Ass Marco as my official importer. Then wins all around. I used to do cargo hauls for the mayor, and he got really upset that I might have been carrying more than I ought to. We had some words, maybe one fat lip, not mine, and now I'm persona non grata. Well, two paths I see. The trade authorities got a fixer named Tom Starrett. He might be able to facilitate things. Or Mayor Cartwright. Got that windbag. Well, if he'd take a sorry, that would work. Fat chance. Either way, I expect credits will be on the line. On the back end, I could afford to give you a taste of the action. Not sure it'll cover the fees. You're brave. I mean, obviously, with all the pew-pew out there. Marco doesn't deserve you. But Simone, she's one of the good ones. You square things away. Just let Marco know.
Good to meet you, friend. Name's Elias Cartwright. I'm the mayor of Aquila City. Now, I've got a memory for faces, and I can't say I've seen yours around here before. I make it a point to introduce myself to everyone who passes through our fine city. As the founder himself once said, there's no substitute for a warm welcome and a friendly smile. You're more than welcome. As I'm sure you know, us folk in the Freestar Collective put great stock in human kindness and generosity of spirit. I like to think that's what sets us apart from our neighbors in the United Colonies. We don't rely on machines or bureaucracy. We rely on each other. I won't pry about what brought you here. That's all of your business and none of mine. However, I'd be more than happy to give you the scoop about the core and Midtown.
Milena Axelrod? I wished I'd never heard that name again. She's a menace. She punched me in the face. Can you imagine? Why would you want to let her back here? What? Oh, that's terrible. Listen, I feel for the Jansons. If it was just the fisticuffs, I could look the other way. But we caught her smuggling red-handed. She's been blacklisted for good reason. But, legally, if you pay off a bounty, I can't stop her from coming back. But we'll be watching her. I'd like to think that, but... You don't know what you're talking about. Look, I'd like to help, but... Well, if you say so. This really is against my better judgment, but fine. She can come back. I need a drink.
Please don't bring up Milena to Simone. The whole thing is a long shot. Milena contacted me. She's making me her official importer. I'm not sure how much it pays, but I'll take it. You have no idea what you've done. My problem with her hasn't been whether she's good company, but I'll try. I can't wait to tell Simone. This is the first ray of sunshine we've seen in years.
Beginning landing. Now this planet, this is more my speed. I could hike here for a while.
Is this the anomaly? It's gigantic. Oh, look at that architecture. Notice how the room is reacting to our presence. Those rings in particular. It's absolutely freezing here. Oh, I do not recommend extended exposure without our suits. was awesome! And I very rarely use that word for anything. We need to get you looked at back at the lodge. Let's do this. You okay?
Mind bunking on the ship, but nothing is better than unwinding in your own quarters.
Crix's bones. Look at you.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna start doing some scans. Like, right now.
We were right about the anomaly, weren't we? Tip our ears on the tail. An entire building generating a signature just like the artifact.
Vladimir, look at these readings. Cardiovascular and neurological levels aren't in the normal range.
I think we're going to need a little demonstration. Mind putting the paces to it? Come on. Let's see what that place... Jaw the words another time, then. Everyone saw that, right?
Like a literal gift from the heavens.
And also the most practical consequence of our little venture thus far.
Got no old shipwise for this one. Going to just call weird, weird. So we have artifacts, a temple, and this power. All connected.
More questions than answers.
Can we find more of them?
Already picked one up from the scans. Matches another one of the artifacts we found. In theory, there might be one temple for each. But sifting through all the signs to identify a match is tricky. Impossible if we don't have the right artifact to compare. And even then, it takes time. Don't think it's just fortune's laugh that this temple responded to you. The artifacts, the visions, this power you've gotten, all seems to be the same song somehow. Plenty to think about. Anyway, catch a smile out there. I'll work on finding planet anomalies that match the other artifacts we have.
If you have a moment, I have something I'd like to discuss.
We've always considered ourselves explorers. This really is uncharted territory, isn't it?
I must admit, you've surprised me. I thought you were going to take off as soon as you'd gotten something from us. But I was wrong. I want you for a little soiree I'm planning. It's about an artifact, and our goal is simple. We're going to purchase it. Our seller is a freelance operative in the city of Neon, which means the artifact is almost certainly stolen from someone. I just need a little more presence in the negotiation to show we're serious. And I think you'd be perfect. That settles it then. We just need to make a few stops when we get to the city, and then the drinks will be on me.
Drinks are on you? Now I'm certain there's something wrong with you, Walter.
It'll be easy, I promise. I'll ride passenger on your ship until we get to Neon. Just let me know when you're ready to set off. To the Volai star system, then. I admit I'm a little excited.
See that shroud covering the orb? Believe it or not, you're looking at the only city in the settled systems that powers itself from lightning.
Nah, smell that? Construction, incense, industrial chemicals of every kind. But they still can't get rid of the odor of chasm bass. A native species of fish. I often wonder what would have happened if they'd never found out about the psychotropic effects. I mean, on paper, a rich protein source is far more practical value than a recreational drug. But theory loses out once again to practice. Something to do with chasm bass's natural oils, apparently. If you're curious, the name is Aurora. We need to stop by the Stroud-Ekron offices. There are certain authorization procedures when large funds are being transferred, even for something like this.
Looks like some sort of checkpoint ahead. It's probably designed. See that shroud covering Neon? Believe it or not, you're looking at the only city in the settled systems that powers itself from lightning.
Yeah. Sniffers picked up the Aurora you're carrying the second you step through.
All right, get up slowly and turn around. Try to run, and we open fire. So, what was the plan, Nesha? Smuggle the Aurora into Aquila City or New Atlantis?
No, I just forgot I was carrying it, is all. Honest mistake, right? Can we just settle this right here? I can pay the usual.
We don't make the rules. That's Administrator Bayo's job. Now, shut up and start walking.
Move it! Let's go! Catherine Luzion keeps demanding we look into her husband's murder. Murder, yeah, right. Hysterical old broad.
I'm just so screwed.
Well, with all signs pointing to the Astral Lounge, I suppose we should pay it a visit. Purely for exploratory purposes.
Seems like the Crimson Fleet is
If Benjamin Bayou's ego was as combustible as helium-3, he'd be able to... I've heard that Benjamin Bayou has a private penthouse at the top of the tower. Stroud-Ekron makes some of the finest ships in the settled systems. I'd love to get a look at their operations.
It's all right. I just need to have a short chat with my counterpart. Is she in today?
Yes. Allow me to bust you in, sir. You know, Mr. Stroud? You are so lucky.
Walter.
Issa.
Shall we continue from last time? The luxury cruise line market is completely outside of our core competencies. Investing into it? is a mistake.
No, I'm here about... Wait a minute, a mistake? Our ship designers are the best in the settled systems.
They design personal craft and military ships, Walter. Large-scale accommodations and hospitality is a completely different beast. Oh, I'm so sorry. Here I am arguing with my partner. And you're just standing right here. Issa Eklund, the hyphenated Eklund in our glorious company's branding. Oh, aren't you lovely? Walter, wherever did you meet your new friend? I'm jealous.
A colleague from Constellation.
Ah, yes, the daring explorers my partner is so infatuated with. You should hear him reciting that speech.
There's no need to go into that.
Oh, my heart skips a beat when he does it. Really, it does. Such passion. If he talked to the board that way, I wouldn't need to placate them so much. Who was it again, Walter? The founder of Constellation?
Sebastian Banks, his final address before he disappeared. I merely found a group of like-minded individuals. Just like all of us.
I'd say Walter is more of a disciple than a fan. In fact, I've heard him recite this in the lodge on more than one occasion.
Can we move on?
Yes? Why are you here, Walter? The board meeting isn't for a while. Our vacations aren't coming up either.
It's the discretionary fund, Issa. I need all of it.
Ugh. This wouldn't have anything to do with that meeting you've set up at the Astro Lounge, would it?
I never said that. Did you have an agent hack into my files again?
Only after you had one hack into mine. Tell me, can mutual distrust lead to a point where it's actually the same as mutual trust? A remarkably insecure location for a clandestine meeting.
That was the point. Neutral territory in the open.
With no leverage. Oh, you must let me help. It's been too long.
I have this all taken care of.
Some investigation into the cellar. What's motivating them? Then, some preliminary casing of the Astral Lounge for security flaws. Give you the advantage if things go wrong.
Bribe a few bouncers, alter the codes on the doors.
Yes, exactly. I hate being selfish, but I would like some time with my husband. We need to go through the fund authorizations anyway.
James Newell is the broker who knows our cellar. He'll be able to help you find out more about them. And it shouldn't be hard to find the Astral Lounge. Here, let me at least give you some operation funds since I won't be joining you. Meet me back here. I'm going to be present for the negotiation. I'm not leaving you to the Neon Sharks, I promise.
I missed you.
I missed you too.
You're still so tense. Normally, once we're alone, your shoulders relax. They're taut.
We're on to something remarkable. Maybe what I've always dreamed of.
I can tell. I can see your mind racing.
I haven't even stopped to ask you how you're doing.
I'm fine. The board complains, I assure them. There's the occasional assassination attempt.
So, you don't need anything from me then?
I don't.
Am I just some useless stargazer? You would have been better off marrying a Hope or a Tayo, someone who could be with you at every meeting.
Oh, don't go on about that again. Needing you isn't the same as wanting you. And I'd much rather want my partner than need them. Less complicated.
I know Constellation seems to take up so much of my time, but I never stop thinking of you, wondering what maneuvering you're doing to take over the company and drive me out.
It's how I show my love.
Interesting. This district certainly provides evidence that the Legion's influence has spread from their tower and out into the city.
Newell's goods. We have everything you...
Again?
Why should
James,
I?
you have to
Every time he pays NSEC, he enables them, Rosa. He's telling them it's okay to blackmail us. It's ridiculous! Welcome to Newell's. If you're looking for any specific goods, Rosa and I guarantee we'll beat Sieghart's lousy selection every time. I understand that. But when you're dealing with a snake like Siegert, normal commerce practices go right out the window. That man has absolutely no respect for the business community on Neon. He skips merchant meetings and refuses to participate in any of our group buys. Worst of all, he pays off Neon's security to keep his place safe. Yeah, sure, if all you care about is yourself. Every payment Siegert makes validates Neon Security's corruption. He's setting a bad precedent that many merchants are forced to follow. Anyway, sorry. I know I can get a little intense about these things. If you'll forgive the outburst and have a look around, I'm sure you'll find something you might want to buy.
What was the name of that guy? The contact for the job?
I arrived in Neon almost, 20 years ago? I had gotten a job at Xenofresh through a friend and started working on the loading docks. After a few years, they moved me up to Kazanbas processing, and that's where I met Rosa for the first time. She was my supervisor, but we hit it off right away. It wasn't long before we decided to quit Xenofresh, get married, and start our own business. We've been in love ever since. Oh, okay, yeah. That'd be extremely helpful. I honestly don't know what to say. Fair enough. Just be careful when you're dealing with Siegert. He can be surprisingly unreasonable when he's cornered. I had to chase more zone heads out of here today. I don't think
Welcome to Newell's. Let me know if you need help with anything. Oh my, do I? That's awful. I should be taking better care of my customers. You'll have to excuse me. With all the ruckus my husband's been making at the Merchant Alliance meetings, it's difficult to get any rest. Poor old man has himself mixed up in a foolish crusade against Dietrich Sieghart, who he's angry at for paying off Neon Security. I don't believe he is, no. I think my husband has Dietrich all wrong. He's probably doing what he has to do to survive. Just, please don't tell James I said that. I don't want him to think his own wife is doubting him. Well, thank you. I can't remember the last time a total stranger walked into our store and offered to help. It would be so lovely to see my James happy again. He used to smile at me all the time, you know. Now all I see is worry on his face. I suppose you can speak with him about it if you like. But perhaps you'd like to browse our store a bit before you do? Okay, here you are.
What did he want?
Dietrich is actually quite a lovely man, though lately he's been under a lot of pressure, which has made him rather bitter. When we first opened our business here in Akuchi Market, he was actually very helpful. Offered us advice. Didn't treat us like competition at all. I'm sorry, I just don't believe Dietrich is doing anything wrong paying off Neon security. We all do what we have to do to survive in this wretched city. Unfortunately, my husband is convinced that fighting City Hall is the way to solve all of Neon's problems. I think he's wrong. Stop by again soon.
Hey there, friend. Need something?
There's something I need to talk to you about. Yeah?
Nah, I'm feeling a little...
Now that we have a moment, I wanted to ask how you're feeling. After your experience at the temple, you've given everyone at the lodge quite a scare.
Actually sounds like a good idea.
Great. I'll bring the blend, you bring the chunks.
It's a date.
I find that to be rather surprising. According to what I've heard, your body absorbed an almost unquantifiable amount of energy of a type we can't even begin to understand. We're dealing with something unknown to modern science. Who knows how this encounter has affected your body or your mind? Well, good. I'm pleased to hear that. That temple proves we're dealing with entities of unknown origin. The problem is that we can't even begin to guess what their intention was towards us and where they've gone. Perhaps. It's just that... Oh, I'm afraid that we're flying almost completely blind here. All we know for certain at this point is that whoever created the artifacts are the same beings that built the temple. Anything else is just guesswork. I might as well put on a blindfold and toss darts at theories written on the wall. Oh, believe me, this is positively exhilarating. Think about the significance of this research. The questions it raises alone are mind-boggling. Who was this wondrous structure built to accommodate? How long ago did these entities inhabit our universe? Are they still out there, somewhere? Yes, exactly. Now you understand why it's imperative that we solve this puzzle. It's funny. I used to think the artifacts were the end-all be-all of scientific discovery, the pinnacle mystery of our time. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine it would lead to something of this magnitude. I just hope that you'll come through this, whatever it is, unharmed. Well, yes, of course you are. I was speaking of the power you acquired. This is all scientifically speaking, of course. Look, I've already taken up too much of your time. All I can do is promise that I'm not going to make you deal with this mystery alone. Whatever might be happening, I'll be right here to help you every step of the way.
It'll be nice to get away from the clubs.
Hello there! Let me know if you need anything. Welcome to Sick Heart's Outfitters. Everything you need to explore the settled systems. If I don't have it, you don't need it. I can promise you, I'm not just using hyperbole to get your business. I've spent years perfecting my business by polling customers, measuring sales, and carefully adjusting my inventory to cater to just about everyone. So take your time, look around, ask me questions. You won't be disappointed. Thank you for noticing. I have a lot of overhead in this place, and just between you and me, I am up to my eyeballs in debt. This is a prime spot right next to the spaceport terminal, but the bills and the rent here are astronomical. Oh, yes, absolutely. It can be off-putting, I know. I picked up the habit from my mother. She was an extraordinary woman, made friends instantly wherever she traveled. Wise as well. If she was still alive, she would have told me to move my shop and cease paying these exorbitant fees. You'd think that, right? Unfortunately, I'm barely scraping by. Anyway, I don't want to bore you with the details of my business all day. You're here to shop. So why don't you help out a poor shopkeeper like myself and buy something? Remember to steer clear of Neon Securities. They're up to no good.
Thanks for taking time to chat. I really need a friendly ear right about now. I received a message from Constellation, and it's given me a lot to think about. No, it's nothing like that. It's just a list of requests, things I would normally handle if I was there. But I'm not. I'm out here instead with you. Something like that. It's difficult to explain. Before I joined Constellation, I served for 8 years as the head of the Navigator Corps, until the UC decided to axe the department. Yeah, I suppose painful is an appropriate way to put it. You see, the top brass demanded press-worthy discoveries to justify the spending, and money was tight after the war. Shutdown was inevitable. At the end of the day, I was in charge, so the blame obviously fell on my shoulders. Oh, like hell I can't. You once told me that you favored the journey over the destination. So I'm hoping you'll understand what I'm trying to say. I failed because I was more concerned about exploring the stars than pushing a pencil. If I had fought harder, I'm convinced our division may have had a chance to prove its value. That's just it, though. Did I push too hard? Did they shut us down because I wasn't quietly sitting at my desk approving meaningless memos? We'll never know. Well, that brings us to this message now, doesn't it? Call it whatever you want. My drive, my initiative, my optimism. It's been my greatest strength and my worst nightmare. It elevates me to these positions of authority, but all I want to do is explore, not sit and make sure the accounts are balanced. Yes, exactly. If it's obvious to you, imagine how obvious it is to someone like Barrett or Mateo. Oh, they must be itching to replace me by now. God damn it. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Oh, here you are trying to help me and I'm yelling at you. You have to understand. Once Aja retired, I lost the only person that gave a damn. Look, it's clear that you have feelings for me. It's just... I've never had time for this sort of thing in my life. Please, it's not you. It's me. I'm just not ready to get that close. I can't. Not now. But thank you for being there and listening. It helped. It really did.
Come on in, please. Have a good look around. I've been at this location for the last 8 years, but I've had a business in Neon for almost 20. As soon as Ryujin broke ground on the tower, I knew the city would start swarming with people, so I went all in. I love this business. It's my life. I can't imagine doing anything else. Yes, I'm aware of James's objections. That's partly why I don't go to the meetings. But if I don't pay Dexler, I'll lose my business. And what good would joining the Alliance do then? So, really, I don't have a choice here. If they want to fight Neon security, they can. But I need to protect my livelihood. Really? I didn't know that, but I suppose they used to treat me with respect until I started paying the protection. But they have to understand, I could lose my business if I don't pay Dexler's fees. And why is that? Rosa said that? I remember when her and James first started. They were very green. It was a different time. Okay, you've convinced me. I will stop paying Dexler his safety assurance fee. And tell the Newells I will come to the next meeting. Maybe I will even bring some beverages and snacks. You can't stand up to Neon security on an empty stomach.
And accessories for all your...
If you have a moment, say hello. We're fully stocked and ready to sell. Well, I'll be. And all you had to do was... talk to him? Meanwhile, I was so damn stubborn, I made this whole thing harder than it had to be.
Given you almost went blind, working with half a kilo of fish cuts in your eye. Yeah, I'd agree.
And I'd still be wandering around that storage vat helpless, if not for you. Thanks for your help on this. The Merchants Alliance is finally united. I don't know if we'll ever get a fair shake in the city, but it's a start. Appreciate the help. Hopefully next meeting, Dietrich will be there and everything will go smoothly. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Information isn't usually free. I wish I could. But if anybody found out I'd helped you... I connect a lot of people with a lot of people, you know? Can't track them all. All right. Just ease up. Okay. I don't know much. But I did have one of my freelancers tail the seller back to his place. Sleep Crate 1. Let me write down the unit for you. I had to chase more zone heads out of here today. I don't think they even knew what planet they were on.
They're just kids having fun, Jack.
Friend, need something?
What I don't sell,
Definitely know your way around a lock.
You're new here, aren't you? Name's Boone Morgan, your new best friend on Neon. If you're here for a drink or listen to the music, I've got you covered. But if you're here for something a little more exciting, we have plenty of Aurora for sale. Not at the Astral Lounge, my friend. In fact, this is the only place authorized to sell Aurora by order of Administrator Bayou himself. And once you buy it, you can use it anywhere in the Neon that you'd like. Except the spaceport, of course. Oh, we have plenty of that. But why not try something different? New planet, new city, new experiences. It's what life's all about. Here, take a look at the menu. Now, I'm not going to lie. The Aurora is a bit expensive, but let's face it. Can you really put a price on pleasure? Oh, Ben and I are good friends. He personally gave me the job here at the Astral Lounge. Oh, he's a good man. Cares a lot about the citizens of Neon, making sure they're all employed and well taken care of. A real humanitarian. Excellent choice. The Sky Suite offers luxury and sophistication you won't find anywhere else in the settled systems. And since you'll be living in the same tower as the Astral Lounge, all of its pleasures and pageantry are only an elevator away. Of course. The Sky Suite features an open design with an emphasis on luxury. Whether you prefer the morning sky or a neon sunrise, the high ceilings and wall-sized windows will give you a full view of the city's splendor. How unfortunate, but I will be here should you change your mind. The Astral Lounge is one of the safest places in all of Neon. Security is handpicked from the finest officers in the city. Private meetings are usually held in the floor above. Just use the elevators. I'm afraid that would be a serious fire hazard. And I think it's only fair to warn you that the network security on our doors is state-of-the-art. Then I would say you'd be interested in the Astro Lounge VIP package. For a reasonable fee, our security can be your security. We do strive for setting the most reasonable rate. A loss leader. I make you pay less now in the hopes you'll pay more over time. Well, I think we can certainly offer a discounted rate for you, if you were still interested. Excellent. Let me just apply that discount we discussed, and done. We do hope your meeting goes to your satisfaction. Enjoy the lounge.
Okay. Hello.
Not interested.
See what kind of information you can get off of there.
Any luck out there? Excellent. Good work. Let's head to the Astral Lounge. Goodbye, my dear. See you at the next board meeting?
Oh, I'll be keeping an eye on this little operation, just in case. Good luck, all of you.
All right, we're here. Now, I don't know what the cellar looks like, but they'll have a security briefcase with them. Larger than normal. Big enough to hold the artifact. We should split up. The code phrase to identify yourself as the buyer is Ramsey and Travers.
Code phrases? My goodness, Walter, I think you're taking this espionage business a little too seriously.
Remember, Ramsey and Travers. We'll meet back near the elevator.
What is it? Can't you see I'm busy drinking? Oh, really? I heard you all have a meeting in a few minutes, don't you? In one of those fancy VIP lounges? Speaking of which, I gotta get going myself. Excuse me.
Pardon?
Hell yeah, this is awesome! Having fun?
I just saw our seller walk by. Good job. Now, before we head in there, let me go over the ground rules. He'll ask for twice what we agreed on. That's normal. He'll probably try to walk out. That's normal, too. Don't worry about the amount we actually settle on. The Stroud-Eklund Discretionary Fund is just a chip to you and me. Our goal is to get him to accept that chip in exchange for the artifact. Anything goes as long as it's in our hands, and we're not dead. How does that sound? This'll be fun. I find matching wits with the neon underworld to always be invigorating.
Frank Rennick's all in a twist because his robot got vandalized. We had a good laugh about it back at the station.
So you're Stroud. You look different in person.
Our public relations always insists on doing some touch-ups for the official photos. Embarrassing, really.
Your security here going to stand or sit for this little meeting, making me nervous. So polite. Almost makes me forget what planet I'm on.
Am I to assume that briefcase has our item of interest?
Yeah, here it is.
Well, look at that.
One of a kind, and I know you want it.
I have the amount we agreed on.
Things have changed. I want double.
Now, how am I supposed to do that?
I don't know, but your security here seems to have some fancy gear. Why don't they chip in? Not my problem.
It is if you leave empty-handed. We came here in good faith. Now honor our previous agreement.
You either figure out a way to give me what I want, or I walk out of here right now. I'm not hearing here's the money. I'm on a tight timetable.
And we would have wrapped up already if you hadn't gotten greedy. Our original offer stands. Now what's it going to be?
All right, you win. Hand over the money. This thing is all yours.
Well done. Some high-pressure tactics, but we got what we were after. Time to go home, shall we?
Stop right there. You're in possession of Slayton Aerospace property.
Ah. Slayton must have been the original owner. We don't need to do this. All's fair on Neon. Am I right?
Hand over Mr. Slayton's property. Now. It's my employer's property. That's all I need to know. You gonna make me shoot you? I'm here for the rock. I'm not your messenger service. Really? Huh. That might change things. Hold on. Let's keep Neon Security out of this. Huh. All right. But Nicholas Slayton isn't a man you want after you. Good luck with that.
Sending on men to the Astral Lounge. Slayton must be serious about getting the artifact back. We'd better get off the planet quickly. Ace. Something's gone wrong, hasn't it?
Slayton has put a bounty on your heads. He's greased a few palms. Your ship's been impounded at the spaceport.
There goes our way out. The CEO of Slayton Aerospace. They're a systems manufacturer. Engines, thrusters. Agreed. Have a talk with the man himself.
Slayton Aerospace has offices here in the trade tower. If Nicholas is moving this quickly, he must be there or close by.
Let's head to their lobby, shall we? See if we can make an appointment.
Welcome to Slayton Aerospace. Can I help you? I'm afraid Mr. Slayton is a very busy man. Maybe I can see if he has just a moment. No, he isn't. Maybe I could squeeze you in. Let me see. Oh, I think we can make an exception in your case. Mr. Slayton will see you. Just use the elevator.
Wait. This clearly isn't the executive level. He's on to us.
Walter. Taking what's mine and then breaking into my office. A bold move, but one easily countered.
Oh, we're trapped.
Hello, Walter, dear, are you there?
Issa?
Took longer than I'd like, but I managed to pay off one of Slayton's security consultants. They've patched me in.
All right, we've got her out. Once the door's open, just follow her instructions, okay? I'm aware of the irony of me continuing to say it'll be easy. But it'll be easy.
Doors will open in 3, 2, 1. Slayton's guards and employees are all over. Be careful. Okay. You'll want to use the vent system to slip around unnoticed. There's a cupboard just to the right of the elevator you came in on. That's the elevator you came in on. Jump right across the top of it and keep going to the end. drop down and follow the conduit all the way to the end, past the fork. There's a vent above you. Just climb up. Security is on full alert. No point slipping through unnoticed now. You'll have to fight your way to the exit. Hold on, trying to shut down that robot remotely. Got it. Whew. They're scrambling the protocols. I doubt that'll work again.
What was that?
I don't stock up on junk. hide anything useful and just leave the rest. Looks like we're in the clear.
There's the door. It should take you outside.
Climb up the trace?
There's a series of catwalks that lead directly up one floor.
Hope you enjoy! Just getting started! Hunker down!
I'll call the one on the far end, and you can walk right over the top.
You know, it's moments like this that really makes Neon the best place to do business. You steal what's mine. I trap you in the city. You infiltrate my office. I lock it down. Where else can you match wits for the highest stakes but here? Aren't you? In the back of your mind, through the tunnel vision of adrenaline, there's a part of you that belongs here. It happens to all of us. You have what's mine. I, indirectly, have what's yours. We are at a stalemate. Although I do count a few more guns on my side. I do admit, having the co-CEO of Stroud Eklund in my office is quite the opportunity.
How are your quarterlies looking, Nicholas? Perhaps we can add Slayton Aerospace to our supply chain, provided this unpleasantness was behind us.
Yes, I think that could be a most beneficial exchange. There is just the small matter of paying for the humiliation. Mr. Musgrove, my former employee, and the thief responsible for our serendipitous meeting, was caught prior to your arrival. I think it would cement our new partnership if you were to decide on his sentence yourselves. If that is your decision, you need only tell him yourself, and then we will handle the rest.
It's a smart decision, one that I fully support.
My security brought Musgrove to my office. I'm sure seeing you again will be a fine conclusion to your previous business.
Just let him go. No sense in more violence. We have an opportunity to spare a man's life. I know he probably wouldn't do the same for us, but that shouldn't matter.
Oh no. You. Slayton really does have a sick sense of humor. 10 years working in aerospace engineering, and they laid me off. You damn right I stole that thing. They tell you if you have talent and commitment, you can go far. But the truth is, it's all about who steals the most and gets away with it. Please, I was just trying to sell a product, okay? Isn't that why we're all here?
Be lenient. We were taking advantage of his initiative, after all, even if we have found ourselves working with the man he stole from.
Thank you.
You have no idea how lucky you are, Musgrove. If it was up to me, I'd have fed you to the wolves.
A rare moment of compassion for this city. Very well. I'll clear things up with the authorities. You're free to go.
Time to go. Let's talk more back at the ship.
Don't worry. You'll never see me again.
Where to
Deal
next?
with the man who wanted us dead. I guess we can call that a win. Thank you. I guess. Some people call Issa a jewel, but she's more than that to me. I can't really describe it. There's me, and her, and an us. And I wouldn't trade the us for all the credits in Neon.
Well, there's a surprise. That's one of the sweetest things I've ever heard you say, Walter.
All in all, a great success. Thank you for allowing me to tag along with Constellation's newest star. Yes, I used a pun. Forgive me.
That's not any type of ship I recognize.
You say that now, but your kind is not ready for the artifacts. The Starborn know what you are capable of.
Ridiculous. You have no right to judge humankind as a group. We're individuals, and we're guided by our own unique morality.
Tell us, please. What are the artifacts? What are they for? Did you make them? What gives you more right to them than humanity?
Answering your questions is exactly what we cannot allow. Abandon your thirst for knowledge, or drown in it. The more you understand, the more damage you will do.
How could just knowing what you are be dangerous?
Our distance from you is the whole point. We interfere now because we must.
I'm not liking what I'm seeing on the scans. Energy output from that ship is far above the normal range. If we spin up the grav drive now, we have a chance. We'll get through this. Hold on.
I'm reminded of the importance of Constellation's contributions to exploration.
How is Neon? Are you okay? No? Okay. I'll start transferring the data over now. Let me just bring it up on here at the table. Is that a prototype? No, that material isn't anything we... What the... Everyone, come take a look at this.
That's no faction vessel or Crimson Fleet. Secret military tech, maybe?
No United Colonies Admiral approved that starship design.
They call themselves the Starborn. Demanded we hand over the artifact. Like we were children, playing with their parents' things.
What do people know? Any offshoot groups go by that name?
None in any corner of the settled systems I've seen. Maybe a distant human colony finally popping its head up? Another house for room?
I very much doubt that.
We ignoring the obvious here? A heretofore unknown group who just happens to know about the artifacts. I'm just gonna say it. Intelligent alien life, or extra-dimensional beings. The original creators from the furthest fringes of space.
Or beyond even that. Is the metaphor of avenging angels coming down to keep humanity from forbidden knowledge not apt here?
So, we have a lot of theories, but nothing concrete. Except that they're after the artifacts, and they're willing to take them by force.
Or what Walter said. They were acting like a parent. Worried their children are playing with something they don't understand.
So, they're strong-arming us for our own good? That doesn't sound very divinely benevolent to me.
Noel, start analyzing all the data from the ship sensors. The gravitational wave they caused, scans of their weapons, shields, everything.
We're free soon.
We're in the dark. We need to learn anything about them we can, including some way to fight them if necessary. Until then, we stay the course, collect the artifacts. It's even more important now that an intelligence we don't know or understand is looking for them. All we can do is be more cautious, but we are not stopping. This could end up being a race we don't want to lose. Vladimir, has the Eye picked up anything new?
Some glints of shine in the dark. Ready to hand them out as soon as you please.
All right. Good luck, everyone. And be careful out there.
Yes?